Coming up on some show.
There's something about bipolar that people don't know. Bipolar is a kind of small geniuses. My depression is the worst, and I wish nobody ever has to go into depression.
Welcome to some show. My name is Samimbogwa. The goal of this show is to educate and provide value where we can. So today with me is Rachel Shebesh. Her passion is to empower women, and we're gonna talk about bipolar today. So my first question is out of this topic. You've watched some of my videos. What do you think of them?
I love them, and I'm so proud of you. I think you have a knack for getting people to open up. But what I love is that you're talking about the unspoken. So I've been happy to see people on your, this is called a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
Show. Some show they are opening up, talking not above, at the level where anybody can understand what they're saying. Because there are very many shows that have a lot of technical things. Doctors come and talk about issues, but when you hear it from somebody who's experiencing it, it makes such a big difference. So it's a very good peer learning show.
So you have bipolar.
Yes, I do have bipolar.
For the guys who don't know about bipolar, could you explain to us what bipolar is?
Well, okay. Bipolar is explained so many different ways by everybody. Bipolar is where you have you can't control your moods. If you don't have bipolar, which is of course the majority of everybody else, you know when to cry and you know when to be happy and you know when to taper your happiness. You know where to go when you're sad and do what you need to do to make yourself not feel sad anymore. But unfortunately with bipolar, when you're sad, and when you are hyper, or what we call manic, then you're very manic, to the point where people think, oh, you're too much now, you're talking too much, everything cannot be about you.
So what kind of bipolar do you have?
I have bipolar 1, others have bipolar 2. Bipolar 1 is when it is not as frequent in terms of switching from happy to sad. So what I have is the bipolar that doesn't switch, like in the morning I'm sad, in the evening I'm happy. No, mine is a bit after a period of time. But there are people who literally in a day you will see the happiness and sadness literally happening. Like we could be sitting here, I'm okay, 2 hours later you meet me, I don't want to talk to you, so that's rapid cycling.
So just there. So how is manic and depression for you? How is it to you?
Manic is just out of control. It's been a while, but since I started my medication, now it has been some time. But all I remember is that I could spend so much money doing literally nothing that is so important, just making people happy. When you are manic, you spend a lot of money on people, on you, but also mostly on people. And then when you are manic also, you talk a lot. You have very good ideas, by the way. There's something about bipolar that people don't know. Bipolar is a kind of small geniuses. Because you see, in your mind, as a bipolar, when you're manic, you have the greatest ideas in the world. In fact, if people could Google and see how many world leaders have bipolar, or have had, when I'm manic, I have like 1,000 ideas, and all of them are brilliant ideas. So that's why sometimes also politically I make sense for myself. Because when I have good ideas and I share with my colleagues whatever my ideas are always good ideas. But then sometimes they can go out of control, and you can have so many big ideas, and then at a point people say, okay, that's also not possible, and you are not seeing the impossibility of it. So you find like everybody wants to sabotage you, but because you have this great idea, but also great ideas have to be tapered. That's what now bipolars don't have. Now when you come to, you ask me how is my manic and how is my
depression.
My depression is the worst, and I wish nobody ever has to go into, because depression is sadness that you cannot take away. It's a wet blanket over you every single day you wake up, and then you decide you don't really need to wake up. And depression, your pillow is your best friend, literally. You feel like there's nothing to do, you have no hope, you've disappointed everybody. I really believe there is a serious lack of engaging on depression in this country, and we need to get our heads out of the sand and accept that there is depression. So many people can feed off your mania and make you think that this is a good place to be, and there is absolutely no problem being where you are. But you'll be there only if you don't know that you have bipolar. But when you know you have bipolar, you will know I'm going too far.
So from your bipolar, so when how did you get to know that you had bipolar? Like, when's the first time you got diagnosed?
I knew I had bipolar. Ooh, that was a long time ago. The funeral of my father-in-law.
2009.
Kuka. Yeah.
2009.
2009. Kuka of Kuisero. Yeah, 2009.
And you're like around your 30s.
Yeah.
When you have bipolar, you go to the doctor, you explain about it.
Well, yeah, I was forced to go because when I realized something is not right, my husband who said, you know what, after the funeral, you need to check whether you have this thing called bipolar. And I said, what is bipolar? I don't know how to do such a thing. Maybe I'd never heard of bipolar. And he told me, listen, let's just try. Let's see. Because I don't know what I exhibited at the funeral, but he just said, no. We need to check. And we checked, and it was.
So you went through some tests?
Yeah, it's really a psychiatrist. Psychiatrists were made to treat human beings. I say this 1,000 times, not trees, not stones. When you hear somebody's going to see a psychiatrist, somebody says, oh, poor them, because now that's a mother case and now you're done. So, psychiatrists are doctors. Like the way you go to see your doctor for your knee is the same way I go to see my psychiatrist like a doctor. So, yes, the first thing I did was to go to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist, at that time, we decided let me also see a psychotherapist. Also, as you're medicating, it's really important to start learning to speak out your issues. Because bipolar is brought by a triggers. And up to today, I keep learning my triggers each and every day so that when I see a trigger coming, I know this is a trigger for me. And if I allow it to happen, it will take me one way or another.
Would you share with us, if you can, any of your triggers?
Who?